someone in this meeting to feel like, oh, I have a job, I have this business, I'm very busy. No, you can have all of that and still have a focus on, okay, now that job or that business you have, you know that it doesn't have that potential of giving you the kind of lifestyle you want. It can't deliver on all the promises you want to make to yourself, you have made to yourself, right? So why not, now that you are here, that you see that job as maybe the journey and see this business as the destination. So that means while you have that job, you are not so distracted as to make excuses not to run this business, right? Now, let's move forward. Let's make progress because of time. Now, in Diamond Project, for some of us, you have. I also want to bring in this quadrant into our business so that you understand that there are stages in life. You can start growing from becoming an employee to, setting up a side business. That business can start growing to the point where it becomes a big business, and then you can become an investor at the same time. All right. So, but in Diamond Project, I want you to understand that the moment you decide to be part of this business, once you make your payment and join the business, you are someone like an employee too inside our business, even though the business has potential of creating passive income or any you leverage income. Now, that early stage when you're starting your business, you are an employee. Just have that understanding of the quadrant too inside of the Diamond Project. So, as an employee, here at this moment, this is when you if you want to know if you are an employee in this business, this is the characteristics. You do all the activity by yourself. If you're making 1 naira right now, if you make any money this month, it's because of the activity you put in. You can't make anything if you don't do it. Right? So that shows that you are someone that makes money from the E quadrant. Then from there, you can start growing to the point where you become a self-employed person. At this moment, you may not be responsible for all the activities, but you have to be physically present for business to happen. Yes, you might have had a number of people that are employees in your business who are doing all the job for them to make money, but now because you have one or two of them who are now doing things, you can start enjoying that leverage. And mind you, this is where some of us make the highest mistake of our life. The moment you start enjoying that little leverage, someone can now go and present to make money. Someone can now invite and the hall will be filled, not because of your capacity, but because of the capacity of the people you have in your business. So when they begin to do that, you start enjoying that, you get distracted, and you lose focus. You now feel like you have arrived, and it's a momentary arrival. Just one little thing. Once you begin to feel like you have arrived, you no longer show up, you no longer do what you used to do. The business start going down. Before you know it, all those people begin to go down. That is not my prayer for even my enemy. Then from there you can grow to becoming a big business owner in the business when you have many leaders in your team running the business independent of you. You have people that are in charge of their business. They are totally dependent from you. They do their thing. You start having expansion, different offices operating from different locations, north, south, east, and west. You don't have to be there. You have never been there, but something is happening there, and they are making their money. But you're enjoying that leverage. You have leaders, not upcoming leaders. This is where you have leaders. Some people will think they are here, but they don't know that they are self-employed. In fact, everybody that is in this meeting, apart from perhaps our GA leader, we are all inside. Me talking to you, I'm a self-employed person, right? In fact, so many of us are still employed. So, but it is a stage. It is not a definite end. It is there should be a progression. You should start moving. You should start getting ahead. You don't just remain here, right? So at this moment, you need to understand that if you're going to get to this point, this big business owner, you have to maintain that momentum, create more leader, don't look back, don't rest, keep building, and before you realize it, you raise leaders who can man their business as self-employed people all over the location, all over the globe, and you are there as a big business owner. You don't have to be there for things to happen. Now, from there, you can grow into the point where you become an investor, when you make money from the business with absolutely no input. And you can, at that moment, you can now be able to invest in other things like treasury bills, real estate, have your own house, have your own estate, and the rest of them. And you are now turning over that money from money that your money have made. That is you being an investor. So, ladies and gentlemen, my message for us today is to really focus. That means whatever you do, whatever you are into, don't lose that sight of where you're going. Have that focus. And they say that focus is what? Follow one course until you succeed. Follow one course until you succeed. So, what does it mean to focus? Because this focus thing, it can be underrated, right? It can be underrated. For us to understand truly what focus means, I want us to pay attention to this. I want us to pay attention to this. For us to thoroughly understand what focus means, I want us to just, from the definition, to focus means to pay particular attention to something or process or idea or goals or series of actions consistently till you see a desired result. To focus means to pay particular attention to something or process. So there are numerous process, there are numerous things you can pay attention to. There are different ideas you can pay attention to. There are goals you can pay attention to. There are series of actions that you can pay attention to. But if you pay attention to this, you say particular attention to whatever you decide to pay attention to. The next word is consistently. Consistently. You don't do it today and come back and say, I don't feel like doing. No. Consistently till you see a desired result. So if you check everybody that is successful in their field, you will find that every one of them has one thing: focus. They did those things. They paid attention to whatever they decided to do consistently. They paid rapt attention to it. So to further help you understand what focus means, I want you to pay attention to this. I want you to imagine the following. So imagine Usain Bolt. We all know Usain Bolt, right? This guy that run like something else, like machine. Usain Bolt also trying to fight in the boxing ring like Floyd Mayweather, the heavyweight, the guy that can knock all the teeth out of your mouth. So these two cannot coexist. You can't be the best in running and be the best in boxing. You can't do the two at the same time. Or imagine Muhammad Ali, another heavyweight, also trying to hit the golf ball on a golf course like Tiger Woods. Can you see the mindset? There is a shift in focus. Now, imagine Michael Jordan also trying to play football like Cristiano Ronaldo. You can't do these two things at the same time. You cannot be a basketball god and be a football god and be a volleyball god and be a boxing god. No, you can't do this. You can't do all of it at the same time. And why they cannot do the same at the same time is that the time they should have used to scatter their attention and focus to different things, they streamlined it into one thing, channeled it into one thing. And that's why they win in a particular field. And that's why in that particular field, they become authority in that field. All these people that are successful icons today, because of three things, all of them are the reason why we know their name. They are very successful, they are icons in their field of endeavor, is because of these three things. First, they focus on one profession, only one. You decide that thing, you check the pros and cons, and you know your vision and your goals, and you decide that, okay, this is where I'm headed, this is the destination. And when you don't define the destination, the journey might become useless. Speed is important, but without direction, speed is useless. And when you're talking about direction without a destination, you are not going anywhere. The second thing is that they also focus on carrying out a set of actions that has to do with their profession consistently. It's not, I cannot come and box today and tomorrow I go and play football. No, they did it every day consistently. And another thing is that they stuck with their profession whether they saw results or not. So many of them, if you bring out Ronaldo today and ask him whether at that little age when he was consistently playing that ball, going for that training, whether he saw himself becoming the world champion, it's possible that he saw it, imagination, but he will also tell you that he never believed it was going to be reality. Every one of them. So at some point, when you're at the beginning stage, when you're journeying, it doesn't look like it. When you're building foundation, when you're doing the work, it doesn't look like it. But as long as you remain consistent and grow and evolve and become better in that field, there is no other way. You must be celebrated. They had to stuck to it until they started seeing results, and today they are all superstars. I'm telling everyone in this meeting that we all can also become the MLM superstars if we decide to do that. All we need to do is do what they did in their own profession, which was focus. So we are talking about focus today, and it's very important that we understand that without focus, we can't get ahead. All those imagination, all those things you want to have, all those things is not going to happen. Imagine Ambassador Mike and our GA leaders. They were so focused when they started this. That focus they had is what we never had. That is what we are lacking. They were so focused that other network marketing company came and say, leave this company, come, let us give you this amount. They say, no, we have something we are building. They say, they bring another offer, no. They even gave them empty check, or you write the amount by yourself. You see, at the stage where they were giving them that offer, the money looks so big. But because someone that didn't know where the destination can easily just divert or take another direction at that moment. But because the destination was already in mind, they could not derail from where they were headed to. And guess what? Some of the offer they made back then, they say after a few years, they started making it monthly because of focus. The money you gave me that was looking like too big, some of us, Our mind is so small that any little offer can take away every other thing. The money that looks so big then, you cannot do it weekly, you cannot do it monthly, but you would have collected it and sold your entire your birthright, your generation. So at this moment, what are those things we are going to focus on? What are the things we can now focus on? What are the things? Okay, Mr. Clifford, you're talking about focus, but I don't even know what to focus on. I don't even know where to direct my attention to. I'm going to give you 10 of them. 10 things you can focus on. Number one, focus on personal development and becoming an ego. You can't, the way you are when you join this business, you can't remain that way. I am being honest with you. You can't remain the way you are when you started the business up until now. There has to be change. You must grow as a person. When I finished from secondary school, when I finished from my university, I said as I was graduating, I said I will never read signboard again. That is a dead brain. If you don't change that mindset, everything that has to do with personal growth that will help you become a better version of yourself, that will help you grow, they are in books. You have to read them. Your brain cannot be focusing only on entertainment without education. There are two E's that will help you, live a better life, right? But both of them are good and important. You can't interchange this one with the other. But while you entertain, also educate. While you educate, also entertain. They say all works and no play make Jack a dull boy, abi? But that doesn't mean you should now go and play your life away and not work. When you start working, it doesn't mean you should now work and become Jackie that you don't enjoy yourself. So find a way to marry the two together. So birds of the same feather flock together. We all desire to have egos in our team. Everybody here want to have that leader. You're not growing, you're not reading any book. You are 1 month in the business, you have not read your first year in network marketing, introduction and chapter 1, and you're telling me that you're serious about growing in the business. The first week, SMO checklist is telling you what you need to do in your first 1 week. You are 2 months, you're one year, you have not done the first week. I want you to, after this meeting, go to your SMO checklist, look at the demand on that SMO checklist this morning, and begin to do it today. But the simple reason why you've not seen an ego in your team yet is simply because you are still a chicken. In fact, when you are a chicken, when you see ego, you can't even identify, to be honest with you. You can't identify. It is when you become an ego and know the characteristic of being an ego, when you see one you can recognize and you have something to offer them. A chicken has nothing to offer to an ego. I'm telling you. There is nothing positive a chicken can do to an ego at all. So you need to read more. You need to listen to more motivational materials, training materials, videos, but most importantly, do more. Please, this is not a demand on you to go and become a bookworm. There is how Jim Rohn put it. He said, don't sit for knowledge that you become. There is how Jim Rohn made a statement about this. You don't just continue to learn, and you cannot practicalize any of them. Please, the doing is more important as much as reading. So when you're reading, you're watching videos, you're training yourself, you're evolving, please do. It is by doing that you master whatever you have read. The second thing that you should do is focus on using the system. Some people think using the system is easy. Using the system is also work. Do you know that you can sign up someone and they can go and talk to just anybody and they will pay. But you don't want them to go about talking to people and just getting them to pay. I had one person in my business that had this issue from the beginning, and we kept on, fighting about it. Yes, you can go and do this, but when you do this, in fact, you can compel someone to pay, and they will pay. You know that you are an employer of labor, and you have employees working for you, and you come into this business. I want you to use the system and invite your workers to come and see the business and join. I will like it that you just made everybody, all your workers became a member of the business. It will be good, even to you and me, because that money will just come fast. You see, you know why some of us, there is a time where you just made 1 million, you made just 500,000 in 1 week. But after that 1 week, you never saw 1/4 of that money again. It is something like this: lack of system. If your business is systemized, that everybody does little things using the system, there is this, you can trace, you can track your business, you can say, okay, you can project. But when someone come in and say, I'm the CEO of this company, if you're working for me, there is this thing, come, everybody bring your 70,000. All of them, because they don't want to lose their job, because they respect you, because not because they like the business, but they are going to do it just so they don't enter your black book, right? But after they are paid, I have forced them to do the business now. I now force them to come and do the business. Now that they are paid, have they not settled you? Are they intentionally wanting to grow in the business? No. Does making them join the business make them to succeed in the business? No. So that's why using the system is work. Sometimes you see one amazing offer, you feel like just grabbing it, but you decide you want to just take corners and arrive at the destination. But when you remember the repercussion, you say, no, let me take the normal route. It might take me more time, but by the time I arrive to the destination, I'll be fulfilled. And I'll not have to go back again and start that same journey again, because that's what you're going to do to yourself. So using the system, what is our system? The SMO checklist, the 5-5 worksheet. You're going to be using your SMO checklist. You're going to be using your 5-5-5 worksheet. As you start this business, the moment you sign someone up, you cannot force anyone to, of course, you can't force anybody to do the business. The moment you sign up, you give them their SMO checklist. This is your guide. If you can let the new person that start the business to know that this SMO checklist is their guidance, their accountability, their all and all. So if they are doing well, they should attribute it to. If they are doing well, they should attribute it to this SMO checklist. If they are doing badly, they should look back on the SMO checklist. The moment they understand it, you save yourself a lot of stress. So in your first week, I won't go through this because of time, but everybody should have print out their SMO checklist, as we are told, beginning of the project Activate and Grow. Everybody should have your own. You should start doing these activities and let your leader sign on them to show that you have done it. You do the assignment, you submit to your leader, they mark that you did it. That way, you know you are in business. So that some of us, when people come and start complaining, and you ask them, okay, you are not happy how your business is going, okay? You have not gotten any results, okay. So what have you done? I have done everything. Please, sorry, done everything. I don't understand. Which thing and which thing have you done, and which one have you not done? So bring your SMO checklist. I don't have. No accountability. I've not done PhD. I can't even vet that you did it, that you summarize it. Then how can you say you are in business? And you also collect this growing rank leadership structure. You have this somewhere, keep it close to where you can see it. And in your mind, I am just a partner. How do I become an EAP? Start growing at that early stage. You see, when I look at the level of growth we are having and what I used to know in this business, it baffles me. How can someone join the business for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? They say that they have not done 500,000 naira in the business. I don't really understand it. We are not talking about growing in other rank in M Global. That one is attributed to Nigerian issue, no wahala. But that means we are going down. Guy, I just thought about it the other day. I was like, there was this, I signed up in the business 2019. There was this, it was even my leader that told me, hey, you are not a senior executive. I think he sent me that message just just 1 year. 1 year I was, because I have moved down to Oka then, and shouted me up about it. I think that was when I was trying to come to Oka, that I'm not a civil executive. But Nigeria have also made things difficult for us. I understand. But this one, what is holding us from growing in this rank? How can I sign up today, be a partner? After 2 years, I'm still a partner. I'm still an EAP. I don't understand. Why? Why? Because I am not focused. So you need to, these are things you should focus on. How do I grow in rank? Focus on growing in rank. Focus on using your SMO checklist. Both of them go hand in hand. Because in trying to grow in rank, you see yourself doing the things that are in the SMO checklist. In trying to do the SMO checklist, you see yourself growing in the ranks. You can't do without the two. Both of them are intertwined somehow. Ofu nne ji ha na-abụ. The same mother birthed the two of them. And I dare tell you that they are twins. Twins, they are twins. You see, working with your leadership structure and working with your SMO checklist, both of them are intertwined. You can't do this one without the other one. You can't do the other one without this one. So you need to see how you can start using these things and grow your business. What is another thing you should focus on? Focus on personal massive recruiting. Let the effort I put in be 80% of my own personal result. Now, this number can change depending on what you're focusing on at a time and the level where you are the business, right? But in fact, no matter the level, if all of us should focus on 80%, let the 80% of my income be my personal input. I tell you that everybody here will be doing better than what we are doing right now. Because at some point, you get to a point in your life where you become a manager and you stop doing the business. And it's one way to kill your business. So focus on what you kill. Let it be that, what did I kill this month? Let my own personal result, my own personal recruit. How many persons did I recruit myself? Not what you did, what me I did. What me I did. Let me focus on that. The first thing you can focus on is focus on becoming rejection proof. It is unfortunate that you want to build this business and you are someone that you care about what people think, what they will say. You're not ready. Rejection is part of the hamper package you get when once you pay. It comes, buy one, get one free. Sign up in the business, get rejection free. So once you paid, rejection is part of the things you paid for. You begin to enjoy it. So you need to get used to it. At the beginning stage, There is this thing Eric Worre says, you see, this thing is about, how did he put it again? The issue is all of those things, you care about what people say. For opinion from ignorant people. It is an opinion from ignorant people. And that is what you hold so dear. That is what you just, you think about all day long. No, you're not going to move forward. You should even be happy when people reject the business. Why? It means that our business is still a trend. What happened when phone came out? What happened when the first car was built? What happened when aeroplane was, the Wright brothers did the aeroplane? What happened when all these new inventions, all the new inventions, check. It went through scrutiny, it went through rejection. People did not even want it. Some people say no. They were transporting to go and deliver message. Phone came out. Some people say they will not use. Some people brought out the negative part of it. Some people brought out the good side of it. Today, if you don't have phone, you cannot even coexist in this life again without a phone. When TV came out, it was like one thing or the other. Today, everybody have TV in their house. So the rejection you are avoiding may contain financial freedom, time freedom, health freedom, lot of liquid cash flow, your dream lifestyle, and the rest of them is part of the whole package. Like a bulletproof car, you must become rejection proof. It shouldn't be affecting you. Now, of course, when people reject the business, you should be happy because of two reasons: because of the trend, one, and because of the brain score. Now, I don't have all the time in the world to go into this, but you can just screenshot. I'll move forward because of time. I'm trying to see how I can round up this meeting. Now, also, I also not play the video, but very educative. In fact, let me play this particular video. Very, very, this Brian Bean, I don't know if some of us know this guy, very powerful guy in network marketing. I like his mindset, his thought process. Oh, okay. So there is no need. Sorry about that. I was talking. Said the audio is not clear. Sorry about that. The guy is just one funny guy, and I was talking about 4 things people are avoiding. Rejection is one of them, and the more you avoid rejection, the more you are not ready to go ahead in life. So let's just move on. The fifth thing you should focus on is focus on hitting your daily call target. There should be a number of calls I should make. How many prospecting should I do? How many invitations should I do? How many people should see my business? How many follow-up calls? Follow up both on my teammates and both on prospects. All right. So if you can focus on hitting your daily target number, like maybe 30 invitation every day, follow up 10 persons or prospect and 10 person existing team and the rest of them. If you do the math of people you prospected and invited and followed up on in the entire year, it will amaze you what you can achieve. And one thing about doing the activity is this: irrespective of the result you see per time, just keep hitting your target. Some of us, when we do one, we turn back and say, I've not seen any result. No, that is not how to do it. If Ronaldo was turning back to say, I'm not already a world star from after each of the training he does in secret or with the coaches, do you think he will be where he is right now? He had a focus on the training without looking at the result, without looking at the repercussion. But today, the result is have taken over the whole thing. All right. So don't pay attention to the result. Only pay attention to the activities. It is the still of joy when you start looking for the outcome while you're still trying to do those things. It will steal your joy. Focus on emerging as a leader. And one thing about leader, last year we read a book about leadership. That book is everything. One thing that is clear about leadership, the world is full of followers. Just emerge, become that leader, begin to lead them, begin to help people. Now, one thing about leadership is basically more about mindset. One thing will happen to two different persons, but they interpret it two different ways. Are you aware that there was a time people built this business without any form of product? Some were saying, I can't bring my people to come and see the business, and there is nothing to give them. When you people bring product, I will invite. Where are they today? But some said, okay, I understand. So even though I brought this person, the product is not readily available, and it's not because they want it to be so, but they are having issue with the Nigerian government. There is some hiccup with bringing in the products into the country. Let's be running the business while we wait for product. And you actually brought in your first friend, you saw the 20,000 in your account. So why have not received the product? Of course, everybody that is now that joined the business from last year till now, we don't have issue of products, right? So you pay, you get your products, and you enjoy, right? But there was a time, not even a drop of product. Like if you pay a full package, you can't even get a pin. But people were running business and making millions then. Mindset. That's what differentiates you from every other person. If you're going to become a leader, it has everything to do with your mindset, how you interceive, how you perceive and interpret things around you. Don't wait to be told what to do. Instead, step out and tell your teammates what they should know and what they should do. Don't be depending on anybody for anything. Don't depend on anybody for any single thing. Okay, so the next thing we should focus on is what? Focus on attending events. And as we speak, we have an ongoing arrangement of an event happening in Oka. All road leads to Oka. Focus on attending the Oka retreat on Friday, 25th of July, 2025. Pay for your ticket. Pay for your own retail ticket, and now aggressively recruit a teammates that will also attend with you. Don't come alone. Don't come alone. Whatever you're doing, don't miss any event. Events are where your leadership is, like that is where you evolve as a leader. If there's anything that will help you start thinking or acting or behaving like a leader, if there is one way I know, if there is one thing I know, it is actually event. If you're here, you want your people to start, the mindset they have is rotten. You want them to become leaders, you want them to start growing, you want them to start rising. Please, you can't do it by yourself. You can try, but an event can help you do it in just a snap of finger. Their mindset will change. I went for my first event and everything changed for me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the wealth creator Creators Nation present to you the Southeast Regional Retreat, okay, the gathering of pillars, and you are meant to pay for the ticket 7,500 naira. Now that is still early bird before it becomes late. Please, if you're here, you have, of course, for the very first time in history, our mastermind, our founder, and GA leader is coming to Oka, to the Southeast, for the first time in history. So if you're anywhere around Southeast, if I were you, I'm in Lagos, I'm not in Southeast, okay? All these people I know in Southeast, how do I start getting them to join the business so they can go and attend this event? Because the next day too, there is also an event that will be happening, presentation for your prospect. Ambassador will be live in Oka to present the business to your prospect. So what are we doing about it? Whether I have to do radio advert, I have to do Facebook advert, whatever I have to do to put people in the hall. Jerome said that you should make up in number what you lack in skill. And once you understand that statement, anything that you understand leverage. If this my leader is good at presenting and getting results for me, all I need to do is fill the hall. Let the people that sit in the hall be my own people. That is the mindset of a leader that wants to start growing and taking charge of their business. Yes, for now, I'm handicapped. I cannot present. I've started learning or I started presenting, but I'm not as good as these other people. Okay, now that are going to be there to present for me, let me find my people to be there so I can get the highest result. Because schools are going to be dropping and raining. So at this moment, what I want you to do, if you're here, I want you to screenshot and immediately make your payment for the ticket, for the retreat. If you're listening to me right now, take a screenshot and make your payment for the retreat. Send the phone, send your proof of payment to 081-322-72483. I'll type it on the comment section. Please kindly make your payment immediately. If you're here, you're here to pay. I believe everybody in this meeting have paid, but if you have not paid, please send the proof of payment to 081-322-72483. Make your payment immediately. You have the comment section, you have the phone number there. Send the proof of payment to the number you can see on the comment section. Screenshot this and make your payment now. Now, not tomorrow, this morning. Do it immediately so that you can. And it's not just about you. I'm not even talking, I shouldn't be talking about you. Yes, you will pay. That one is not the problem. I'm talking about how about we help you, your teammates. You recruit new set of people and you help your new teammate to recruit people, and you are coming to this event with nothing less than 20 persons. How about that? That is my focus for you. And I assure you, if you are new, you just joined yesterday, and you can get 20 of your persons to come for this event this year, there is no way you can end this year without making millions in your account. If you came with 20 persons, you are new, you came with 20 persons to this event, just go and thank your God. Because you see, there is one thing that happens when you go to an event, everything is transformed. But imagine when you have 20 of your person that came out from that kind of transformation. So the 8th thing you should do is focus on going professional. In every industry, only the professionals are highly paid. You can find the person that sing like more than that, like dance like more than Michael Jackson, that sing more like Adele and the rest of them, Beyonce and the rest of them, Shakira and the rest of them. But they're not getting paid. They're not getting paid. The people that are getting paid are the professionals. So if you want to get paid, you become a professional and you go pro. And like Eric will always tell you, my wish for you If you're going to be in this business and do this business, my wish for you is to become a professional. Don't waste your time being a poser and amateur. Decide to go pro. And Ambassador Mike will tell you, go pro or go home. If you can't go pro, go home. Become a professional. What does it take you? What does it take me to be a professional? In every industry, there are 5 minimal books that everybody that seeks to become a professional in a certain field must read. In our own business, it is not different. If you're here and you say, I want to go pro, but you don't know what to do, please take a screenshot of this book. Finish it before the end of next 2 months. You don't know what to do. You want to go professional, but you don't know what to do. Please, I'm showing you now. Take a screenshot. Buy these 5 books. Read them as fast as possible. Don't read to say I've read. Read to understand and apply what you're reading. You know how you read your textbook in schools? If some of us, the truth is, the way we are doing our things in this business, only God will help us. Okay, I've read GoPro, but once you ask me any question, I cannot answer. I read your face, but once you ask me any question, I can't answer. I have not read the book. Because when I was reading in university, I was reading, I will not even read it once. I read it, I go back, I read it 5 times. I take notes, I summarize, I want to ingrain it into my brain so that when you ask me that question, I can bring it out. But here, you just read it like novel, and you want to come and claim that you have read the book. Please, if you tell me that you read the book, you can be able to say, okay, I want to be tested. Because we do quiz in classes, we do tests in classes, we do exams. And if you don't pass, nothing for you. So how do I start passing in this exam, in this business? All this night I claim that I read. Have I been able to practicalize them? Number 9 thing, focus only on aim global. Kill every form of distraction. Starve them to death. Don't get involved in any of this other scheme or other MLM. This guy, Randy Gage, said that when he started the business, he was trying to say, he looked at $10,000 as one big money, and he said, okay, the goal for me to make this money. Once I make this money, all my problem is solved. And he had this intuition and initiative on how he can be able to make the money. He would just go and sign up into 10 different network marketing company and make $1,000 from each of them, and that's where he has made $10,000. Yeah, he said that what justifies it? Okay, this one is into travel, this one is into beauty product, this one is into electronic gadget, this one is into cars, this one is. He said, I'll bring this one, this product, and use it to handle this one, use this one to handle this other thing. But at the end of how many years again that he struggled in business, over 5 years, he noticed that you can only do one. You can't do more than one network marketing company. You see, you need human being to build network marketing business. So how can you be building? You have not finished building one. It's now 5 or 10 you want to build. How about now? You can't. So you're going to just be distracting yourself. You can only do one. And it's for some of you that you see that Ponzi, this one will come out, ultimate circle, you go and do. Your Starmie will come out, you come and do. Which other names am I seeing? Anything that comes, you run into it. Run away from all those things. It's robbing Peter to pay Paul. And if it doesn't affect you, it will affect someone you know. Save yourself, come out from that heartbreak. Because you see that heartbreak, you will still have it. So save yourself early enough. Treat this business like your last card. Aim Global is just 19 years. With the kind of success stories and life of transformation and and whatever they have been able to do. If you remain focused with them for the next 20 to 30 years, your own story will also transform with them. So leave every other thing out there and focus. We have in our midst people that care about us. And in case you're new, you don't know, these are the three founders of the business: Mr. John Aspirin, Dr. Eduardo Cabanton, the major CEO, and then late Mr. Francis Miguel. May his soul rest in peace. The guy on the right is dead. May his soul rest in peace. These are the three founders of our company from Philippines. So that if you're new here and you are not aware, you know now, right? So these are the three founders of this amazing platform. Okay. So I want us to make a decision that we are going to do whatever we have to do and we are going to move forward. This is what happens when you lose focus. I don't know if this video will be clear, but I just have to play it. Even if you see it without hearing audio, the audio is not important, right? I just want you to watch, I just want you to see, I just hope that you can be able to see the video. That's all that matters. So you understand what happens when you lose focus. For some of us, we have lost focus, and it's important we call ourselves back, call our attention back as fast as possible. I think the video was not moving on my own end. I don't know if it's moving for you, but let me do it again. Okay, so that was a story of two persons that were, trying to find gold, and they were digging their thing, and one got distracted when the neighbor just came across one tiny gold, right? Without knowing that there were plenty diamonds and plenty gold. That was, in fact, it was just remaining very little until he come across his own fortune. But out of lack of focus and distraction, he got distracted thinking and looking at what the other person was doing. For some of us, you're looking at your neighbor and that your friend and someone that is making that salary, why you're broke, dead broke right now, you don't even have any money, but they are making consistent 100,000, 200,000 in a month. Meanwhile, in your next 1 year, you're supposed to be doing 2 million every month. You got distracted, because of now. You forget about tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, as we end this meeting, I want us to focus on duplicating using the project Activate and Grow. All right? Focus on using project Activate and Grow, and then finally focus on spiritual and physical health this year. Grow your spiritual, grow your physical, and ensure you take care of your body as much as taking care of your soul, your mental health, your intellectual, because also I know they say that spiritual control the physical, but if you focus on taking care of your mind, your intellect, and your spiritual life, but you also don't take care of your body, your body is the only thing that have power over your existence in this life. Once you don't take care of it and it's gone, you are gone. You and your spirit will go where you want to focus on. All right, so thank you everybody, and I hope you got value for today. Focus today is how do we focus on the things that matter, the things that bring us closer to our goals. Think and work positive towards all of these goals that we mentioned, and they shall all be yours. Thank you everybody for the time you made out to be here, and I pray that God will help you to focus and achieve all your life dreams and visions. In Jesus' name we pray. This is not prayer, but I'm really praying for us, because we have in this world right now, we have a lot of distraction, and there is need for us to have this ardent focus, lesser focus at this time of the country, so that we can create what we need to create and make something out of ourselves and our life. We are highly distracted. The world is distracted. Everybody is distracted. Our concentration level is going down every day. People can no longer. I sent someone a video. I've been following up over and over again. The person have not watched the video, and this is a lady. Amazon video, short video, 30 minutes video. Is even a 30 minutes video. And the person is saying I should use voice note and summarize, but the person is watching movie. People are so distracted now, right? So we pray that this entity, these people that are in this meeting, that this distraction doesn't get the hold of us, that we become so useless in making an impact in our life and the life of our generation. I pray that for you, because we need to become those people that we begin to set example, lead by example. When we are focused and we begin to drag people begin to see reason why they're talking about we really focusing, right? Let us focus and create magic together. Thank you everybody, and let's have an amazing day. Sorry for taking more of our time. Thank you, Ambassador Extraordinary, for the opportunity to take on this platform, and thank you everybody for the whole Wealth Creators for making out the time and giving me the audience. Thank you for the opportunity to train you, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you. I recognize all the coordinators. Well done, everybody. Let's do better. Let's push. And of course, let us ensure we promote both the event and ourselves and our business and the project Activate. Let's focus and achieve the result that we are looking for. Thank you, and God bless you. See you at the top. Pay for your ticket now. Immediately you log out from the meeting, pay for the ticket. I hope you took the screenshot. Pay for the ticket immediately. Pay for the ticket immediately. Thank you, and God bless you.